For the last 13 years, Representative Denise Garlick has presented a report to the community in Needham. At her presentation on February 12th, she announced this year would be her last report because she decided not to run for re-election. Representative Garlick explained her reasoning for the decision and shared advice for anyone who chooses to run for the position.
I am approaching a time in my life, which I call my platinum birthday, in which I think if I am really fortunate, I will have another chapter. I have had wonderful chapters in my life, and I would really like to fashion one more. I would like to move forward in new and different ways. And that is my decision. But the reason I am announcing it tonight, the reason I'm not waiting until I've kind of worked this out, if ever, is because this is the week in which nomination papers are released. The Secretary of State has the papers, people choose those papers, they have to be returned ultimately to the Secretary of State's office, certified by the end of May. This is my opportunity to say to any candidate who wants to run, you have to answer to the people of this town. You have to go door to door and ask for that vote. You have to sit in that debate and answer their questions. And when they vote, in our district, right, Needham, Dover, and Medfield, more than 22,000 people will vote in the November presidential election, right? Then those people will have known they have chosen their new state representative. And I want that for all of you, most of all. I believe in good government. That is the basis of good government, that we choose the people who represent us, we hold them accountable, and they are responsible to all of us. So I want you to know that is the genesis of the timing of this announcement, and I look forward to being an active citizen and exploring all the candidates who might want to run.
Prior to announcing her retirement from the Massachusetts House of Representatives, at the report to the community, Denise Garlick spoke about funds allocated to Needham in the fiscal year 2024 state budget. Here's Ashley Julier with more.
At the report to the community on February 12th, Representative Garlick discussed the local aid the town of Needham should expect from the state.
These numbers that you're looking at, though not stunning increases, incrementally increase. Local aid is the money that comes into the town that is unrestricted from the state government that the town can use on initiatives which it has decided. Chapter 70 money is the education money, and this money comes oftentimes with many strings on a complicated formula. The special education circuit breaker is money that is vital to the functioning of our school system and to the health of our town. But it is money that is allocated based on students and students' needs, and it is reimbursed to the town. So it is something that the town must plan for to be sure that we will have resources for our special education students. And the Chapter 90 money is the road and bridges money. And you'll see, particularly in FY24, considerable money, when we had a lot of money, was poured into that budget around roads and bridges.
Representative Garlick explained how she worked to get money to fund individual programs in town.
A representative can file what is called earmarks. Earmarks is what the Globe calls pork. What I call it is a way that a representative who understands their community and sees a need and knows there may not be money in the municipal budget for that can actually reach in and get small amounts of money that can make a big, big difference. For us, it was certainly around the Needham Housing Authority, which is something that is vitally important to me, not only for the work they do serving our friends and neighbors, but for the amount of support they provide. And around the town of Needham, which we got an extension on, and we are hoping on our beautiful new town common, we're also going to have a brand new beautiful bus shelter. And the work for the Needham Behavioral Health Services, this is a pilot that was begun with Scott Bach from Riverside Services, John Fogarty from Beth Israel, to locate a person from Riverside in our hospital emergency room who can more quickly and fluidly connect people in the emergency room to community resources. It was their idea. I broke at the meeting with the Commissioner of Mental Health. She had not heard that idea before. She decided to pilot it. We were piloted $100,000 for the first 2 times. We gave that initiative $40,000 this year because I'm being told I can only pilot things so long. But it's a valuable, valuable program.
She also made sure to highlight the work local officials have done to find as much funding as possible to support the town.
This is an example of the grants that have come into the town. I want to say the credit for these grants belongs to the town manager and her staff. My role is if I know of something, I can alert our town, or if they're asking for a grant, I can send in a letter of support. But I hope you all realize in every possible way, the town manager and her staff and the select board are serving this community, and they are finding dollars and pennies everywhere possible to do that.
The 2024 report to the community is available at needhamchannel.org. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Ashley Julier.